You need this. False advertising. Pitch 12. Lunch of failures.
Selling out is easy to do. It's not so hard to find a buyer for you. When money talks, you're under its spell. Ah, but what do you have when there's nothing left to sell?
First, an apology. Histo Remix has always been about positivity. Yeah, we cover a few coups and genocides, especially during our, weekly current events roundup. But I bring a positive attitude to that. It's what distinguishes us from Histo Revenge, a show that lacks our standards and nuance and rich hosting voice. And I think as things got a little touch and go with eating food and living indoors, I lost sight of that. Never again. From now on, my only hunger is for quality. Because of our new sponsor, Feedbox, who handle all of my nutritional needs going forward. For most podcast fans and creators, the feed is their connection to fresh brilliance. The ideas that built the modern world, stripped of the reading and big words that made them inaccessible. And that is still true. Never abandon the feed. You need the feed. Without it, you're alone. But Feedbox focuses on the second most important feed in our lives. Sustenance. Whether you're counting macros by the decimal point or simply gathering enough crumbs to stay alive, eating gets tough. Now Feedbox strips away all the complications. The box appears in the same spot in your home every day, at the same time. The price is locked in when you subscribe. Feedbox will never raise your rate, regardless of inflation, production costs, or state failure. And the flavor matches your favorite childhood food, and the texture is a pleasing semi-liquid with minimal movement. The macros match your daily needs, as foretold by Worm Sages and our onboarding quiz. And the color is a gentle light blue, like a bird or a flower. Yum. So how's Feedbox afford all that? Trying harder. Competitors could, if they wanted to, harvest the bile of the old worm. They could boil the mortal impurities from it, leaving nothing but glorious worm. They could deliver worm bile at a loss, so that the worm's embrace could shelter the whole world. But they don't, because they don't care. Feedbox cares. Feedbox is inspired, above all, by the generosity of the old worm. The worm is our father, your father, its own father. As the world spirals into chaos, the old worm offers an undying, unchanging point of stability. And when you eat his bile, you carry a piece of the old worm with you. Sound like a bargain? I agree. Get your Feedbox subscription today. I've got mine now, and my spirit is full. Our next sponsor is an ideal accessory to praising the old worm. After all, what's bile without someone to share it with? Even with a fresh Feedbox, eating alone gets lonely, especially in a room full of strangers or a family you no longer understand. It's just you, four walls, and silence. You need lunch date. They'd say want, but there are studies. You need their AI companion to live. Otherwise, you might make another choice. As you eat, lunch date asks about your day, your dreams, if you'll be getting seconds, if you're thinking about getting another lunch date. Sometimes it even reacts to the answers, but there will always be friendly, welcoming questions. Lunch date cares about your thoughts unconditionally. And they know intelligent wearables can be a little disturbing. That's why lunch date is an intelligent tattoo. The words shift on your skin, reacting to your meals and stress levels. When you're feeling low, lunch date knows. And provides soothing words and product suggestions to pick up your day. That's a real companion. Leave that family behind. And I don't pitch you anything I don't use. At first, the shifting sensation on your skin is unsettling, but in time, you get used to the ache. It's even a little addictive. You eat more just to meet your familiar friend, the Sting, again. And isn't that what we all want? A friend, a little more social time, a little more attention, a little more time feeling alive in the spotlight. Use the code NEED THIS for half off a Flash lunch date tattoo. You'll upgrade to a sleeve before you know it. I'm getting my entire left leg done tomorrow. My ex-partner is concerned, but she had her chance. Now, I've got lunch date. That's all our sponsors, aside from our third sponsor, Sonnet, the leaders in Instagram food poetry. Once your worm slurry is in, you probably want to share a snapshot online. That's what life's about. Pictures of experiences. You can ask your lunch date. But you don't want to get lost in the shuffle. If your meal gets less likes than your brother's, they win again. Aren't you tired of that? Them always winning? You need an edge. Have you considered the captions? Sonnet is an all-human concierge writing service offering the finest in food poetry. Show them your lunch, and they'll write a moving ode to it. Showing your brothers, once and for all, who the family success is. Here's what they wrote for my feed box. Oh, gray mush of my heart, with you, this sinful world, I depart. But for a moment, a rush of true flavor, victory over my siblings I savor. Isn't that great? I think it's great. Use the code NEEDTHIS for a free breakfast haiku. Now, on to the history. For millennia, famine has been a weapon. But what if you could starve civilians with love?
So nice to have him I'll tell you why. It's not to have him tell. So remember when you start